Hi, this is Susan with Prayeriewife Quilting, and welcome back to our puzzle t-shirt series. This is the second video in the series, and I'm going to be talking about choosing and sorting the shirts. There's an intro video as well. If you missed that, you may want to go back and watch that one first. But we're making a puzzle t-shirt quilt, and the reason it's called puzzles because all the pieces are fitting together like a puzzle. They're all different sizes cut according to the design in the shirt. They're not all cut the same size regardless of what size the logo is, and they're not in uniform rows and columns. They're actually put together like a puzzle. When I sort through my shirts, what I do is I will go through and decide if it's a single-sided shirt or if there's multiple cuts in each shirt, and what opportunities I have to find some interesting maybe little pieces on the sleeve or whatnot. This shirt has nothing on the sleeves or on the back, so this is going to go in my single side pile. This is cute. It's got little footprints and handprints. And this one has some sequins on it and a couple googly eyes. Oh my gosh, that's so cute. So these, I'll have to be extra careful when I'm long arm quilting these because I don't want my needle to come in contact with these. And me personally, since I'm long arm quilting them, and I do use a digital, I don't usually use shirts that have a lot of rhinestones on them. These little things I can maneuver around. There's only 3, but that's something to keep in mind. But this one's also a single-sided shirt. This one is just going to have a small logo here. There's nothing on the sleeves or on the back. Okay, this one's got a nice large image on the back, and I love that we have lots of different size logos in this box of shirts. It makes a more interesting t-shirt quilt. And if I were just doing the 12 or 14-inch blocks, you would lose some of these images. So again, that's a reason why I love the t-shirt puzzle style. And this one I probably won't use. It's a little small for the 4x4, but I may cut it out in case I do need it for a filler piece. Oh, this is a fun jersey. Okay, so this is a hockey jersey, and this has a nice size. So I don't see anything on the arms. And this one does have a number on the back that I'll use. But one thing I'd note is that on the bottom of this jersey, there's a nice pattern here that I will save that. And when I cut my shirts, I don't throw anything away until I'm done with the last stitch on the quilt in case I need some additional pieces. And sometimes the customer will think, wow, I've sent a lot of shirts and this will make a really big quilt, when in fact, sometimes it doesn't work out the way that they think. And we may need extra pieces to achieve the size that they want. So these are nice, interesting pieces that we can add. Like this would be a great 8x8 size, and I could actually do a couple of those if I need them. So I don't throw anything away until I'm completely finished. And I'm just going to go through all these. We can talk about some different scenarios. So this one here is going to be a 2-sided, and I don't see anything on the sleeves on this one. And here's another jersey, and this one's nice. These are embroidered or applique on, and I do have some sleeve opportunities here. And let's see, this is going to make a perfect 4-inch patch. It's tight, but I'm not going to be able to fit an 8-inch patch here. I could probably do a 4x8 if I wanted to make it longer, but those are some questions and opportunities to look at. if I decide to use that. And then on the back, these are embroidered on. These are really great. I prefer this over the iron-on plasticky. I think these come out much better. Here's another double-sided. And another double-sided. And another double-sided. It's a small pocket. Make a nice little 4-inch badge. And another double-sided. Oh, these are really fun jerseys. So this one has double-sided, and this one I may do a separate cut, and again we have the sleeve numbers. I may use one or both of those depending if I need some fillers. So after I get everything cut, I put it into all the cuts into my spreadsheet that's included in the blueprint. That will tell me what size my finished quilt will be. That will help me know if I need a lot of the smaller cuts or not. So I save everything. I cut everything and I save everything. And then if I need it, then I'll add it. This is quite large, but it looks like these are sponsorships down here. And so it looks like I'll just be using the top. The sleeve, it's a nice, interesting shape. It's a little bit longer. Cut them and keep them, and then I can decide as I'm putting them into Illustrator what I want to use. But oh, look at this. Nice little 4-inch. That's going to be a really unique cut. I love that. Okay, here's something we can talk about. So this one on the back, we have a zipper thing here. And so what I will probably do, since there is a seam here already, I will probably take some fabric from the bottom and add it here. Take out the zipper, eliminate the zipper. We don't want zippers in that part of the quilt. And maybe make this either a 12 by 12 or maybe an 8 by 12. And I'll grab this little guy here, either a 4-inch or an 8-inch. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll cut them, if there's room, I'll cut them a little bit larger, maybe an 8 by 8, and then, but this one probably is going to fit best at a 4 by 4. But if I have a client that doesn't have a lot of shirts, but they want a bigger quilt, then I would consider cutting this one with the 8 by 8. It's reaching for that template. So this is 8 by 8, and that's actually going to be really close with this zipper. So that's, I mean, it's right there on the edge. So this would work as an 8 by 8, for example, if I needed to make the quilt a little bit larger. And, oh, this is so fun. Okay, so I've got a couple cuts here. I am going to grab this little piece at the bottom, Walt Disney World Hockey. I've got this logo here. I've got logos on the sleeve and no doubt one on the back. But the other thing I'm going to grab off this one is this tag. I'll remove this tag and I will put it on the back of the quilt in with the binding as a little tag. I think that'll be really cute. And this one is also double-sided T-shirt. Are those all wins? Wow, championship game. I think they'll want this included. And I'll get 1, 2, 3 cuts out of this one. And the last one, the other one like this was a blue jersey, I believe. And this one you'll notice has a couple stains in it. And you know what? I think sometimes the stains tell a little bit of a story. I don't shy away from those at all, right? The more stains you have, probably the more fun you had, right? But this is another one we can use some of the bottom fabric, and maybe the back doesn't have as many stains, so maybe if I need extra fabric. And last but not least, this is the grandfather's number from his Letterman jacket. How special is that? So what I will do is take a piece of this black in the background. I'll take a black shirt and applique this on probably, I'll probably do a 4x8 size and applique that on, and this will be a focal point in that quilt. I'll want to put this somewhere in the center because it's really special that it has the grandfather's number. So this is how I go through my shirts when I get them from a client and kind of get an idea what they have. And then in my next video, I'll go over cutting them and we can go from there.